we were able to upload Armando Lajes. So if somebody knows somebody who wants to see this online, let me know and we'll do that also. And let me just say for the video, we just read Thelma Lynn's history, and it was very, very moving and informative. Now, Valerie Weaver, Jerry's ex-wife, also sent some thoughts about his life, and it's in your bulletin also. Although Jerry's goal was achieving with his horses, he excelled in many areas. He was for a time an avid skier. He was skilled in swimming, handball, tennis, and had a sharp eye at the pool table. In his 20s, he was the president of a large car racing club, his car being a well-tuned Corvette. Jerry loved elk hunting, but mostly being in the midst of nature. Jerry was always sketching on napkins or anything handy. He designed 4 horse barns and worked hard building them. His brother Tom and him built 3 horse walkers from scratch, with walk and trot options. Fence building was his forte, and farm visitors always comment on the best horse fence ever. These accomplishments were in addition to his dentistry and lambing out 100 sheep every winter, doing timber and land deals, horses and family. And he was never too busy to help a friend or neighbor. It was his desire to have his ashes spread on a sunny day in the mare and foal pasture on the farm. He talked often about his trapped family and how thankful he was to live a full life and be healthy enough to pursue his dream and passion. Well, he definitely lived a full life, eh? That sounds like several different people here all wrapped up into one as far as his interests and his accomplishments.
Rob?
Yes.
May I say something?
Yes, please.
I'm Ray. I was lucky enough to have a horse with Jerry Weaver, a couple of horses. And so many people have horses with individuals, and they have good luck, like Art Sherman, and they have horses that don't do well. And whether that's God or influence the way they belong to Rob or not, I don't know what the story is, but luck happens and luck doesn't happen. And Christian Santiago Reyes, a fine jockey, got second in an $85,000 race with one of my horses. And he rode another horse I was lucky to acquire. And the first time he rode it under Jerry Weaver's stable, he said, "That's a stakes horse." The second time he rode my 17.1-inch mare, now that's pregnant, the Pepper Cat, he said, "I can make this horse Horse of the Year." And Jerry Weaver and Sarah and Jose and everybody would have had a stable with a horse that was lucky that I owned and was proud to have under Jerry Weaver. Okay, he was really a nice man. Every question I asked that man, he answered. I wish I could remember a third of what he said. He knew everything, every question that I had to the ultimate. One day, he was with, Jerry Weaver said I was with a very, very important trainer. They were renovating the track. And he said, "I said to the important trainer, I hope this track now is kinder to the horses." And the man said, "I don't give a shit if they run on rocks." He said, "as long as they win."
Jeez.
Okay. Jerry was kind to the horses. He didn't use the Stein method. He didn't use alcohol injecting in the vein. He didn't use the cocaine under the tongue. He didn't do these things that a lot of trainers do to do well over the past years to the present. He didn't use thyroxine, which some used in the whole damn barn. All right? Maybe that's why he wasn't one of the famous trainers in the Hall of Fame. They have a record of getting in trouble now and then. Okay? But he was a good man. He was very bright. He was #1 in his class in dentistry at the University of Oregon. To get there, you're there after going to college, and you apply with maybe 2 or 3 other thousand people, and you're lucky if you can get in a class of 60. He was #1 in the class. were out there, and I said, how much farther did he go on the curve when they're 1 by 2 or 3? I forgot what he thought, it was something like pi squared or whatever. With a piece of paper, and he figured out if you went 100 yards or 10 yards, how far you had to go much because of being 1, 2, 3, or 4 legs. I was proud to know him.
Right on.
Thank you. Who else would like to come and share? This is just one of our goodbyes. The reality of death seems so unreal to us because this is all we've ever known. But this is an important goodbye. And we'll find ourselves needing to say goodbye again and again because it doesn't seem like he's really gone. But this is the time to give a public tribute.
I knew Jerry for 15, 20 years, and Jerry's very conservative. He still owes me $1. Bay Meadows, 15 years ago, it was raining, just in the slop. He said, "Wayne, how do you like horse?" I said, "I think I'll win." He said, "I think I'll win too." He said, "Well, go put an exact on this horse and we'll split it." Well, I win, he runs second, $950. He still owes me $1.
There you go, Wayne.
Who else would like to share?
Come on, Bill.
So it was about 4 years ago this month that an acquaintance from high school, I grew up in Berkeley, she was a hostess at Skates, one of Jerry's haunts.
Yeah. That's where I'm
And she, I've been riding all my life, and she said, "I know this trainer down at Golden Gate Fields, why don't you come down and meet this guy?" So I came down and I met Jerry and I met all the horses. I had never been on the backside before. He was so friendly and welcoming. I came back, I think 3 days in a row, and then he had a horse that was running, Dan's Plan B, absolutely gorgeous filly. I had never seen, I was a quarter horse girl. I had never seen a thoroughbred so beautiful before. So I came back on a Sunday and I watched her run, and I was just so excited to be here. And he offered me a job. Riding Western, growing up in Berkeley, I didn't know anything about racehorses. This man took me in, gave me a job, taught me a lot, he and Jose, and answered every question I could think of, which I have a lot. I never shut up, so he put up with that, and he was just a joy to be around. He gave me my heart horse, Jordan River, he and the other owners, because I fell in love with him from day one. He gave him to me in August of 2013, and then I was diagnosed with cancer in December. And if not for that horse and Jerry and this place, I would not be alive today. I credit all of that to Jerry and his love and his support and his friendship. I was there when he died earlier this month. We were having a really good morning. It was the day before Jose had to go out for knee surgery. And I had been laid off for a while with him, and I came back to fill in for Jose. And we had just sent 2 horses to the track, and they were coming back, and he comes up on his bicycle. And it was quick. I don't think he felt any pain, really. But it was what he had wanted. He didn't want anything long or painful. He wanted to die here with his horses, with his boots on, and he did. Jose and I are working really hard to keep his stable going. We're going to continue it under Weaver Racing. And hopefully you'll see us on the board. La Campa Mocha just came in second for us. I'm sorry he wasn't here for that. That was under Jim Gilmore's name, but it was, in our hearts, we know it was Jerry. So that's, pretty much it. And, he was a great guy. He would friend anybody. Especially those people that needed help. I cannot tell you some of the grooms, like me, who didn't know a damn thing, that would come through there, and he would listen to them. He would pay them because he knew they needed money, whether he really needed the help or not. He was always there to lend a hand and give someone a chance. And that's just the kind of guy that Jerry was, and is still in our hearts. So.
else would like to share? We can always, come on up, just come on up, don't be shy. We can always share with people around us stories, as, you know, we have a little time to talk, but for sharing it with the larger audience, this is really our opportunity now, so take advantage of it. Don't have any regrets that, oh, I wish I had said this or that about my relationship with Jerry, so feel free to come on up now, and we'll just form right here.
How you doing? My name's Carl Kenton. I met Jerry Weaver about 4 years ago at T-Rex. And he was just at the bar, we were eating and talking, and it was very apparent that he was a very nice guy. But I'm gonna tell you, I know a lot of people, I'm a very interesting guy. Jerry Weaver is a very talented and interesting guy, very kind, and he'll tell you anything you want to know. And I don't know if you guys have ever seen a commercial, the Bill Say's commercial, when the guy's the most interesting man in the world. That was Jerry Weaver.
True that.
Thank you. Would anyone else like to share?
Thanks. I had horses on and off with Jerry over the years, and I just want to share that he always had a smile on his face. And the one thing I learned from Jerry was that you don't have to win, you just have a good time and be in the mix. And that way you're always winning. And I think that's that's how Jerry lived his whole life. And that's why he always had a smile on his face. So, that's how I always remember it.
Hi, you guys, I'm Norman. I worked at the track for 20 years, although I haven't been here in a long time, so you guys probably don't recognize me anymore. Anyway, so I had to have a small farm out in Lathrop, and so I was breeding and raising racehorses for clients out there. And you know, Jerry sent me a couple of brood mares, and we just had a really good time. You know, him and Phil bought a stallion Robinier, and we bred some mares, and we raised some babies, and we spent a lot of time together. You know, Jerry would come out and hang out, and you know, he was so knowledgeable. You know, I love this game. You know, I love this business of racehorses and all that it is. You know, and I've spent my whole life doing this. And I could sit and talk to Jerry for hours. He was so knowledgeable about this business. It was incredible. You know, all the pedigrees, and we'd be talking about Nureyev and Nijinsky and, you know, horses, and he would know all of their histories and who owned them. And he was like a book. You know what I mean? He was like Google for horses. You know, you ask Jerry a question about some horse, and he's been there and he saw it and the sales, and he was my friend, and I very much enjoyed the time that I spent. You know, we'd get on the phone and be on the phone for hours. And I also met a lot of people because of Jerry, because he was so friendly. And so I met Phil Payne, who then also became a client, and I met a lot of other people because of Jerry. And I'm grateful that all these people are here today, you know, just to celebrate that he was such a cool guy. He really was so nice. He was so nice. So I'm grateful also just for the years that I spent at the racetrack, and Jerry was really super supportive. I went back to college, and I've been going to college for like 5 years now, and in a few more months I'm going to be an RN.
Nice.
And so he was a doctor, and so he was so supportive of that. You know what I mean? He would go, how you doing? How's it going? Are you getting good grade? Or he would call me and be like, you doing your homework? Or, you know, and so I kind of wish that he was going to be there, you know, for the graduation, but I know he'll be there watching. I didn't feel him, you know, here today, so thanks.
Anyone else like to share? Well, what we have next is another part of, there are good traditions around, and I'm just beginning to appreciate that you can start a good tradition. And so today we're going to observe a tradition that Jerry had, that whenever he had a winner, he would buy ice cream, bring ice cream for the test barn, receiving barn people. So, we've got ice cream.
Aww.
So we're all winning with Jerry today. And so just step over the table with the purple tablecloth. You've got 3 flavors. You can even have all three if you want. And just remember that, you know, that's a part of his kindness, generosity, his friendliness, is that he did that for the Test Barn people, and now he's doing it for all of us. So thank you, everybody, for coming, and feel free, Kelly, how long do we have to stay before we leave?
Oh, 12:15, 12:30.
Okay, so we've got at least 45 minutes. So there are paper towels here to clean up the ice cream, and just have a good time. Spend that time talking to each other and remembering. And thank you very much for coming. It's a great honor for Jerry that you're all here. Thank you.
He would have loved me, right? He would have loved me.
There you go.
Right? Just lean him right there and make that lean around the way. Over to you. You're right, the yellow flag there. Yeah. I haven't been back to care of them over
When I first started, I drove somewhere by the straw bales, and what do I do? Yeah.
You don't need to rush them out of their seats. They can say it's in the ice cream.
Every year I come, the straw bales farm.
No vanilla? Spinning the spoon. Let me start with the strawberry.
Good turnout. It's good. It's very good. I'm running the video camera right now.
Yeah, chocolate come out.
Would you like a bulletin? Thank you.
Oh, I've got this. Unless you can get the chocolate out. No, you're not useless, bro. There's vanilla and strawberry there. You just want vanilla, Darlene?
No, I'll have actually strawberry, just a little strawberry.
Just a little strawberry?
Yeah.
What flavor do you guys want?
Cualquiera.
Chocolate?
Chocolate, vanilla.
A little of everything?
¿Quieres todo?
Oh, here, let me have it. What do you want? You want a little of everything also? Yeah?